How would you like to be locked in to a mortgage for 30 years? A fixed rate for almost your entire life? Apparently this is already a thing in the US. For our friends across the pond who might be watching this, have you got a long-term mortgage like that, 30 years? Well, the idea is being touted. We've heard of similar things here in the UK, but it's being recommended in Australia by BlackRock. Yeah, this is the investment group headed by Larry Fink. I believe it's an 18 trillion asset fund, biggest in the world. Type of company that comes in and sweeps up after things like devastations, like a little bit of a wildfire, for example, and an area might be devastated and like the cost of property and stuff just absolutely hits the floor. And then an investment group like BlackRock come in, sweep it up and somehow make a ton of money. Anyway, they're suggesting these very long-term mortgages, almost lifetime mortgages, of 30 years. So you here in the UK, typically the average is about 5 years. You could also lock into a couple of years, but the average is 5 years. You hear of like 10-year deals as well, but they're pretty rare. But 30 years? What's your view on it? Is it something that would interest you? Because it might interest people more now. Why? Because there's many people that have had a bit of a shock recently, because what they did was they locked into deals before lockdown or around the time of lockdown, locked into sort of 5-year deals around 2020 of like 1% Then all of a sudden the banks did a hoodwink of some sort, and all of a sudden rates shot up to, I think at one point, 6-7%? Yeah. So loads of people are having their deals end and now are having to pay much higher rates. And therefore, obviously, mortgage payments are going through the roof. So there will be more people. And that's why this kind of information comes out now, because people are like, oh, actually, I am interested in that now because I'm getting screwed on me mortgage. When you really think about stuff as well, like when you start wee-weeing yourself and you might need to be looked after in a home, for example, who gets all this in the end anyway, right? It's sold to us, isn't it, as the lifetime of freedom. Buy your own house, get your own mortgages. Yeah, mortgage, just mortgage yourself up. But ultimately, who freaking gets it in the end, eh? Anyway, what are you thinking of the longer term, almost lifetime locking you into mortgages? You think it's a good idea? I don't know, when it's being touted by the likes of BlackRock as a solution, I'm not so sure. What do you think, Tata?